So we're going to start recording, and I probably do not need to introduce Dusty because all of you on here know her, but maybe a couple of you. This is Dusty Duncan, our Sapphire Ambassador, the gorgeous Dusty, and super exciting because I know as of about 10 minutes ago, she was like 5 or 6 points away from her goal for the month. So that was pretty cool. We had some people that really stepped up, and so exciting. And I know you guys, Dusty and I were talking about it, and we just saw another post. I know we had over 60 jewels rank up this month so far, and it's not over yet. It has been absolutely incredible. So that's emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds, and we had our second double diamond. So right there proves that this company is moving. People are doing incredible things. It was the most amazing end of the month. And so I'm excited to hear that end count, but I know we had several of those were emeralds. It was absolutely amazing. So anyways, I'm going to turn it over to Dusty because she has so much, I know, amazing stuff to share with us, you guys. So I'm going to just let her take over. Dusty, whenever.
Well, there's no pressure there, right? So I hope you guys do find something good out of it and don't just get off the call and think, why did I get on there? So anyways, I'm confident you're going to get at least one thing out of this call tonight. So anyway, so thank you so much for jumping on here with me tonight. I just love connecting with all of you. You guys have the most amazing leader in Jeannie, who is such a blessing to me. And guess what? Every one of you are such a blessing to me too. I'm so blessed to get to do life with each one of you because you're such hard workers. You love what you do. You share your passion. And tonight we're going to just talk about, so many people have talked about the summer slump. Well, here's the thing. I say poppycock to that. It's poppycock because, like Jeannie said, we just had the most amazing July as a company as a whole that I have ever seen. And I've been with this company for 4.5 years, and Jeannie's right there with me within, days, of joining. And like she said, if I counted right, there's over 40 emeralds. There was 13 sapphires, 6 diamonds, and 1 double diamond in July. So let me tell you, that doesn't just come from July alone. It comes from what they did in June, help produce what their July outcome was. So we all know that July and December are typically the slowest months in Plexus. We proved that wrong. And so that's why I say summer slump poppycock, because it all has to do with work and what people did beforehand to get the results for this month. So it's simple. You feel unmotivated and you feel like you were in this summer slump. There's some questions we have to ask ourselves. And some of them are hard, and sometimes I feel like you guys probably feel like I'm talking at you. Here's the thing, I'm talking at myself the same way. I ask myself these tough questions. If I'm not getting the results I want, I have to go back to these questions. So I'll just tell you this. A few days ago, I think it was Saturday, Jeannie messaged me and she said, Dusty, how do your points look this month? What an amazing June we had. I had like sponsored in my top 4 levels alone, over 78 ambassadors. So think about that. That should have been a huge point increase, right? But when she messaged me, I had to tell her, no, I'm like 20 points down from what I was the month before. And I was scratching my head at this thinking, summer slump. I said, no, I'm not having that. So I decided right then and there, I was going to be able to message her later and say, my points have gone back up. And so I went to work messaging those people that I seen were close to $100 in PV, messaging those people that I knew had ordered last month that hadn't ordered this month. Maybe they didn't set their convenience order in place. All that stuff helped me get to where I wanted to get today. And then, of course, I told the team, and you guys have really rallied to push me up to my monthly goal. A lot of you thought it was me hitting diamond. I so wish, but we are so getting there because, guys, this is a diamond team. This is hands down a diamond team all the way around because you guys are amazing. So sometimes Jeannie and I were talking today, and we were talking about how people feel like they're in the summer slump. Well, okay, so on Saturday, when I told her 20 points less than the month before, I felt like summer slump, like I said, right? then I got my butt in gear and I got excited and I got motivated and I start creating growth for myself as well as my team members. So it's not just me that's getting the growth. It's the organization that's getting the growth, right? So it reminded me, action creates motivation. Action creates excitement, right? So when we're reaching down or we're talking to some of you guys about the summer slump that you say you're in, most of them say, you know, oh, it's the summertime, I'm just accepting this. Well, are you accepting this? Did you accept that it was just the summer slump and then you quit working your business? Or we get to talking to you and you say, well, my team, poppycock, I don't care what your team's doing. What are you doing? Because they're going to do what you're doing, right? Today, I shared with you about what I wanted to do. I shared with Jeannie with what I wanted to do and several other of my level ones, what I wanted to do. And guess what? We all put our butts in gear and got to work. And it's created so much excitement within the organization. I want you to remember that. When you tell people what you want to do, when you tell people what your goals are, it creates the excitement. Well, there's other people that we have talked to this month that have said, well, you know what? I don't see you working with me. Poppycock. Here's the thing. I'm working with my busy people, those that are working. If I see somebody say, and I'm just gonna pick on you, Edith, because I know you can handle it, right? This is not anything to do with what Edith has done this month, okay? But say Edith was my level one. She's not, she's down there a little ways. I still love her like she is my level one. But anyways, say Edith messaged me and she said, you know, Dusty, you haven't reached out to me. You haven't talked to me in a while. And frankly, it just makes me not want to work my business. Poppycock. I see her in management mode this month. Now, this is example, Edith, relax. I see that she's in management mode. I know that she's got some stuff going on in her life. Here's the thing. I don't know what she needs. I don't know how she feels. So if Edith doesn't tell me what she needs or how she feels, I can't help her. I'm not a mind reader. Contrary to what some people in the organization might think, I'm not a mind reader. Jeannie's not a mind reader, and several other leaders on the team. I think about this. You all have teams underneath you. I'm looking at every one of you that's on here. I know every one of you has ambassadors underneath you. You don't read your downline's mind, right? So here's the thing. If you're saying, Edith saying, Dusty, I can't work because you're not reaching to me, you're not helping. Here's the thing. That's not what my job is. Our job as leaders to help you motivate and push forward is to bring you on and spend the first 90 days. I mean, just linking arms with you the first 90 days that we bring you into this organization, pouring into you, giving the tips, giving what we know, giving you the steps to be successful. And after that 90-day, we're going to kind of push you out of the nest and say, okay, you have the steps, you have to do it. Okay. Now, if you need something, you, Edith, reach to me and let me know. It doesn't mean I never check on her, but I can't check on her every day because guess what happens if I'm checking on Edith every single day? I'm in management mode. I'm not building my team. I'm not bringing new people into my organization, right? So, summer slump. Ask yourself the tough questions. What have I been doing? Have I been focusing on what somebody hasn't been doing for me? I'm going to tell you, Tammy doesn't reach to me every day. She just doesn't. Why? I don't need her to. I don't reach to Jeannie every day. Now, she might message me every day, or I might send her something about the kids or something like that. But when she needs something, that girl right there in the top right-hand side of my screen reaches to me and tells me what she needs. And you know what? I'm going to be right there for whatever she needs because she is a rock star, but she doesn't need me every time. So I want you guys to say, okay, I'm not accepting the summer slump. I'm not accepting that it's my upline's fault that I'm not successful. Right now, make the decision that you are going to be successful for you no matter what. It doesn't matter what your upline's doing. It doesn't matter what your downline's doing, although your downline will start to follow you the minute you start picking it up, right? So how do you stay motivated? It goes back to that why. And so many people tell me, you know, Dusty, my why is to make people healthy. Okay, that's great. That is absolutely fabulous because I want the whole world to be healthy and I want to do that same exact thing myself, but that's not big enough. It's just flat, not a big enough why. your why has got to be powerful. So that on the days that you don't get to reach to your upline and they're busy and they can't talk to you and drag you along, because it's not our job to drag you along. Yes, we're here to motivate you, inspire you, and do all these great things. There's a fine line, but we are not here to drag you. I have to realize every day that my kids are my why. My why is to stay home. My why is to keep my husband home. This is all I have. Okay, guys, so this is easy for me to stay motivated every day. This is the only check I get. I'm not independently wealthy. I came from nothing. Jeannie knows that. And so my why is stout and strong. And so it keeps me motivated every day. So you guys need to revisit that why. Look at your downline. See, did I pour that 90 days into them? Did I really link arms with them? Really give them everything that I had so that I can boot them out of the nest so that they can do the same thing so that we don't have the summer slump. So guys, I need to tell you a story about a new girl who just promoted gold, I wish it was emerald, to gold today. Go to my team page, you'll see Sherry Jasinski. She was just minutes ago welcomed on there as a gold ambassador. Sherry is a level 4 to me. And she does have a sweet sponsor. Her name's Andrea. But Andrea's been very busy the last few months. And Sherry has been in the business for, I think, maybe 2 years now. And she was really excited in the beginning, but she let her excitement dwindle down and she got involved in another company. But she's always continued with her Plexus products. Well, a couple of months ago, Sherry reached to me. I didn't reach to her. She reached to me and she told me, this is what I want. This is what I need. Because I couldn't read her mind. I didn't know what she wanted. I didn't know what she needed. And in the time past, she had told me she was busy doing something else. But when she was ready, she reached to me, told me exactly what she needed. I gave her the steps. I gave her the tips. But she put the action behind everything I told her to do. And guys, her PV is over $2,000 this month. And she's a gold ambassador this month. Just with motivation and connecting with myself and Andrea over the last couple of months, she went from like a senior ambassador to gold in just a few months because she reached up. She told us what she needed. We gave her the tips and she put the action behind it. It's July, y'all. She didn't accept the summer slump, right? So I feel like I'm being a Baptist preacher right now. I'm not talking at you, I promise. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you exactly what I tell myself here. So we are told as dual ambassadors, myself and Jeannie, we are told by our coaches to work with our top 20%. So do you want to be the top 20% that we get to work with on a daily basis or weekly basis? Ask yourself the question, have I been producing to be in that top 20% to really work closely with them? Whether you're level 1 or not, we're going to work with you if you're in that top 20%. So I want to give you a little bit of a challenge. If you feel like you're not in that top 20%, I want to challenge you to sponsor 6 ambassadors in the month of August, because that's going to put you in our top 20%. We want to kick ass with you guys. Excuse my French, but we want to link arms and kick ass with you guys. Sponsor 6 ambassadors. Yes, Edith. Woo! Edith, she's doing it. She's got 6 ambassadors on her mind. Raise your hand. You got 6 ambassadors on your mind? Tina does. Come on, Louise. You got 6 ambassadors on your mind, don't you? Yeah? All right. Who else? Mandy, she's got her picture off. Gil, GW does. All right. 6 ambassadors on your mind. Come on, Megan. Get your hand up there, Sheila. Get your hand up there. You want 6 ambassadors next month. I'm not saying y'all aren't the top 20%. You're on this call. You're investing in yourself. You're amazing. Give yourself a hand for that. You need to be proud of that. I'm not saying you aren't the top 20%. But I want to ask you that question. Have you, Mandy says yes, she's got some stuff coming up here. She wants to do that. She wants to be in that top 20%. So I mean, take that challenge and bring on 6 people next month. Guess what? August is amazing. People are going back to school. The kids are being put back in class. And the month is going to get insane. So if you think July was slow, which it wasn't, because what did I tell you? I counted honestly, over 40 emeralds. If I counted the pictures right, it wasn't a duplicate, there was over 40 emeralds, okay? 13 sapphires, 6 diamonds, and 1 diamond. And guess what? It's 9 o'clock, and I haven't been on there for an hour. So God knows how many more promotions have happened. So August could just kill that number. And why shouldn't you guys be a part of that? Because some of those emeralds that were on there last month were at 800, they were senior, they're emeralds now, but they were senior rubies last month, had 800 points, and they hit emerald this month. You've got to have 1,500 points to be emerald. That is a massive jump because these women did not accept that there was going to be a summer slump. They have been consistently doing the work to get themselves to where they are. So it's all about simplicity, guys, with me. Simplicity. You've never met a more simple-minded woman than me. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If it isn't simple, I can't do it. There is nothing spectacular about me, and there is nothing incredibly wise about me either. It's about simplicity. So I asked, ooh, where did that accent come from? Wow, that was wretched. I asked some of the new diamonds and emerald and sapphire, okay, what was it that was through this summer slump made you promote? Every single one of them said the same thing, consistency. How many times have you heard that? Every one of you have heard that. You're probably sick of hearing it, but it was the truth. It was consistency. They didn't accept the summer slump. They didn't accept the May end of school graduation slump. They didn't accept January to be the after Christmas month of nobody signing up like they used to because they spent all their money at Christmas. They didn't accept it. They stayed consistent with their reach outs and their follow-ups. So I'm going to tell you this right here. The first thing that you have got to change so that when we get on the call next month, or if Jeannie's on the call or whatever, but when August comes around, you want to be the next rank, right? You should just say that right now. You set your goal, just like I did. I had to set a goal. My goal was to up my points by 200 points this month, 200, which you would probably think, you know, as a sapphire, oh, that should be easy for her when her organization's big. It's not always that easy, guys. But my goal was 200 points. So next month, you have to have your goal. Was it 6 ambassadors? What's your PV? What's your goal? What do you want your points to be like? Set your goal, right? But you're going to have to change your mindset because what is between your ears is what's going to either propel you forward or hold you back. The only thing from you and success holding you back is yourself. God's honest truth. It's you, me, or anybody else. So if I'm not successful one month, it is my fault. It is not your fault. It is my fault. Okay? So I want you to remember that. If you're not successful one month, it's your fault because you got to ask yourself the tough questions. What did I do? So program that mind. We have to program our brains because what we have in there, we have to remember our products are amazing. Our compensation plans are amazing. Our company is amazing, right? We have to remind ourselves of that every day. So if that has to be part of your affirmations, then that is what you need to do. Okay? So make an effort to reprogram your mind because success will follow. It just will. So how do you change your mind? These calls, the motivational videos, connecting with the right people. This is the next thing you really need to pay attention to. Who are you with? Who are you talking to every day? Because if you're talking to negative Nelly every day, your butt ain't going anywhere because I don't care if you're the most positive person in the world, it sucks you down. Find yourself the right person to connect with. Who is your sideline or your teammate that's right there the same as you? I watch like, you know, Tina and Edith, they're the best of friends. They do a lot of things together. Are they the best power partner? I don't know. Are they both positive all the time? Does one bring the other down? Does one lift the other one up? I don't know. I'm not around them all the time. But if they are power positive people, then that's a great match. You have to look to see who you're up against, who you're not up against, paired up with, because that's really important. Positive begets positive. If you're somebody positive with a negative person, ain't gonna work out. You don't have to not be their friend, just don't be their power partner. So get a good power partner for this next month and connect with the right people. So this is so good. I cannot not say this. So reprogramming your mind leads to building your belief because you're programming your mind that you can do this. We have the great company, we have the great products that you can go out and contact people. You can go out and follow up. So this all builds your belief because you start getting results, right? Belief leads to the way your attitude is. Okay, right? This is so good. Your attitude starts to change. You start to get happier, and this changes your feeling. Your attitude changes, and your feelings change. All right, And your feelings lead to action, because the more you do something, the more excited you get about it. You want to do more of it, right? You want to reach out more, which leads to results. So think about that. Programming your mind leads to building your belief, which leads to changing your attitude, which changes your feelings, which leads to action, which leads to results. Oh my God, seriously, if you just let that sink in for a minute, that is so good. It is so good. I don't see any excited smiles like I have, but it is so good. When I read that, I was just like, oh yes, it's going up on my wall. Okay, it's one of my new things. It's above my desk, so I see it every single day. Some of you were looking at me like, whoa, this chick is crazy. No, seriously, it excited me that much. So I say, pick up your pen and pencil and write that down. If you have to rewind this later, and write it down. It's good, write it down. So anyways, new growth in your organization will come from new blood. It's easier to resurrect. It's not as easy to resurrect the dead as it is to bring in new belief. So quit dragging your Bernies. You've heard me say that 1,000 times. I just threw my pen. You've heard me say that 1,000 times. Quit dragging the Bernies and get the new blood in your organization. Megan's dying laughing. She's laughing at me. So guys, remember to bring in new blood. What do you got to do? The simple consistency steps. You have got to reach out and share. You have got to post daily. You have got to connect with people personally, on the phone, in person, through voice messenger, whatever it is, you've got to follow up with them. And guys, you've always got to be continuously expanding your market. I talked to a young lady today, and she was like, okay, so this is what I've been doing. And then, she said she was reaching out, she was following up with some of her old prospects and people she's reached out to before. And I said, okay, so what are you doing to expand your network? Where's your new friends? She goes, oh, I am adding 10 to 15 new people a day. I said, okay, so have you talked to these people? No. Oh, there's a problem there. This is why you're not growing. When you add these new people and you have to start connecting with them. It's fun, okay? You're talking to a girl that had like one friend growing up. I have lots of friends now. It's exciting. It's fun, all right? So connect with this new network that you're bringing in, because the more you do it, the more exciting it will be. But here's the thing. Not everybody is immune to getting down and getting into a monthly slump. So that takes us back to staying connected. It's so important to stay connected, but it's so easy for us to say, hey, we've got something else going on this week or this tonight. We can't watch that call. Watch the recording. Make it a priority. I can go back and watch a video anytime that I need to stay motivated. But I'm going to tell you, these emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds, what you're seeing, I'm going to tell you they have piles of books. These are just a few. Okay? I'm always reading something because I get down, guys. I get sad when I get a bunch of no's. It sucks, okay? It does. It sucks. But I pick up my book and I read it and I get plugged in. It's important. So I don't know how many times I've asked different diamonds and stuff in the company and different jewels. Doesn't matter their rank. What are you reading now? Show me a pile of your books so I can just kind of scroll through that picture and see what might appeal to me. And I'm telling you guys, it was the Heffleys that sent me the last one. There was hundreds of books. I said, you all read all these? Mm-hmm. And I got to thinking, you know what? I've read a lot over 4.5 years. I'm always pouring into myself. I'm always growing. I'm always learning how to do something better. Does it mean I'm perfect? No, but I'm daily perfecting what I do every day, right? And that's going to get me to where I want to go. So it's consistency, guys. That was their big tip. It's not some big revelation that you're going to get from some diamond or sapphire or emerald or senior ruby, whatever it is. You're not going to get some big, huge revelation on how they got to where they were. They loved people. They did the reach outs. They did the follow-ups. They did the meetings. They did the work it takes to get to where they wanted to be. So really quick, I know we're running out of time. So to get to where you want to be, and remember, it's the law of trade-offs, all right? Some people have said, it was summer and I was traveling, I couldn't do my stuff. I look at travel as a time to really be able to work my business because I want to be connecting with different people that I run into, right? There's always somebody new that you're going to see on vacation. And the beauty of our business is we can work 5 minutes that day if we want to, and that's going to lead to some kind of results, right? So it's a law of trade-off. I didn't just wake up one day as a sapphire. I didn't. Jeannie didn't just wake up today as an emerald. Edith didn't just wake up as a senior ruby. Mandy didn't just wake up as a ruby. You know, guys, we didn't just wake up and have a rank next to our name. All right, we got up and we practiced the law of trade-off. Decided that we weren't going to watch TV some nights. Doesn't mean I don't ever watch TV. Of course I do watch it occasionally. I've got to defrag this crazy mental mind of mine. You know, I just don't watch it as much. So cut out an hour of TV. Yes, I did miss a few of my son's games in the beginning when I was really first starting out and really working my business. It was a trade-off because I missed a few of them then so that I don't have to miss any of them now. Now I am to a point that if I want to say no to something, I can. I don't say no very often, but I have that opportunity so where I don't miss out on what my kids are doing. So it's a law of trade-off. Give up something now so that later you don't have to. Does that make sense? So think about it. This summer slump that some of you maybe have said that you were in, ask yourself the hard questions. Did I reach out every day? Did I follow up at least every Friday? Did I do the work that it takes? I don't know. I don't know what your answers are, but I can tell you, yes, I had a slump there for a while. And then it was like, Dusty, here's the questions. You know exactly what the questions are. If you're going to ask your team them, ask yourself that. Get your butt in gear. Don't accept the summer slump. So I'm going to take the challenge of sponsoring 6 new ambassadors because I want to be in the top 20% of my uplines team. By God, I may not be in the top of her top 20% this month because I didn't sponsor in 6. She might be looking at me going, I'm not going to work with you next month. She just might be saying that. Okay, so I want to be in the top 20% of my uplines organization. So I want you guys to work on being the top 20% in your uplines organization. And what would happen if you did sponsor those 6 and a few of the people that you just brought into the business start doing the same thing? Your points might be 30 points this month, but they could be 60 points next month. And then by Christmas, they could be 350. Wouldn't that be something if you stayed consistent from now till Christmas to see what happened? That's all it is. How many of you heard me talk about the 90-day challenge? You do 4 90-day challenges year round. What are you going to have? Success, right? Just 90-day structures 4 times a year. Anybody can do that, right? Reach out, follow up, motivation. Action creates motivation, right? So those trade-offs, I'll get kind of back on subject. Those trade-offs that I talked about, giving up the TV, a few games maybe missed or whatever, what could that result in? It could result in no 9-to-5 job. I was able to, yes, I had a job where I had a time card and I clicked it every single day. I hated that thing because every time that time clock clicked, I realized that I was clocking in for somebody else. I was not clocking in for me. Now I'm clocking in for me because I did the trade-off and busted my butt so that I don't have to clock in for somebody else. And instead of making $17 an hour like I was before, it's more like $200 an hour, $300 an hour. Think about that. That's amazing. I could have never done that on my own without an amazing group of people. But here's the thing. I busted my butt so that I could get the word out, so that you guys could start get the word out, right? So you can do the same thing. So maybe it's not that 9 to 5 you want to replace, but it could be that replacement of, hey, I don't have to worry about to pay that electric bill and that gas bill and maybe the car payment. Maybe that's all you need, but you got to have those trade-offs to be able to cover that. So you just got to remember that. So I hope I didn't upset any of you, but I wanted you to know it's the tough questions. I kind of always get asked to do the tough question calls, right? But here's the thing, that's simplicity of mine. I always ask myself the tough questions. So why not ask y'all the tough questions and ask you what you're doing to get out of the summer slump? So who's taking the challenge of 6 new ambassadors again? Yeah, everybody. That's good. That's good. Even Jeannie, we're going to have 6 new ambassadors apiece. That's amazing. Ask your downline who wants to do this, the top 20% challenge next month. Somebody's going to want to do it with you because you're going to show them that you're going to do it with you, with your team. So, guys, I guess that's it. But I really just wanted to pour into you that there's poppycock on the summer slump because it all comes back to the work that we did to get it.
Yep. Absolutely. Amazing, Dusty. Amazing. Anybody have any questions for Dust? Anything? Any comments? Anything? I know Edith is not a senior Ruby. She's a senior Gold, so I know she's going to bite on that and comment.
I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be a senior Ruby.
Sorry, senior Ruby, senior Gold.
That's great.
No.
That was awesome. There was a reason.
My jaws were flapping, Edith.
There was a reason, Dusty. Go ahead, Edith.
Can you hear? Is it like echoing when I talk?
You're fine.
Yeah, they can't hear it. We just are.
It's just us hearing it. Okay, because Tina and I both have our sound on, and so it's like echoing like crazy. We are in a motel room in Vegas, getting ready to see Eric Worre. We've got to go downstairs right now and register, but we've been waiting patiently. My computer has been charging just so that I can be here. As you can see, look, Tina, see behind her? It's me. And we're going to pour into ourselves. That's one thing you've always taught us. And we lucked into some really awesome training that we're going to be at for 13 hours tomorrow and 13 hours on Wednesday. So it's going to be huge. And there's people from how many different countries, he said today. I can't even remember. Singapore and places we haven't even heard of that are going to be over 1,000 people here. And it's going to be amazing, but you got to pour into yourself. So here we are. We're sitting in a motel room in Vegas. You can see you've got to do that for yourselves if you want your teams to grow at all. And I've decided that it's time to pour into myself. And when I sent Tina the message, I'm like, hey, do you see this? And she's like, I just don't think I can. The next thing I knew, I had a message in my inbox with her registration. And I'm like, we're doing it? She's like, we're doing it. We'll figure it out. So I got on right then and I registered. And here we are. So we'll let you know if we learned anything.
Listen to that man. He is the one who changed my business. Listen to him. This is one of my favorite books by him, but he was the one that gave me that 90-day challenge and the 90-day instruction. I know you're sick of hearing about the 90 day, but seriously, that is what changed it. Listen to what he has. And it might not be the 90-day thing that he says that changes it for you, but listen to that man. He's got some good.
Oh, yeah. I brought 2 of his books, and I'm going to, one for Tina, one for me. We're going to get those babies signed, which means we might have to meet him. We're going to try really hard to stay in the back row. We're going to do our best. Don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going to try and stay hidden because these are really, it's going in 7 different languages when it's done, and there's 11 different training courses that he's doing. So look in the background, you might see us, because I'm really going to try to not get talked to by him. That's my main goal, not to have Eric Worre pull me out of the crowd.
You get your butt to the front of the group.
No, you can't make me.
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
She is going to be in the front.
Drag her up there, Tina.
She doesn't have any choice.
There you go. See, I have a friend.
Our partner.
Right. Be awesome. Super, super awesome. So proud of you ladies for doing that. Like I told you guys, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, and Tina and Edith are going to do the team call next Monday too, you guys, and they're going to give us their takeaways and everything from Eric Worre. So be tuning in next Monday because I'm really excited for what they're going to have for us. So get your notebook, pen, and get ready for next Monday too. Dusty, thank you so much. That was amazing.
I hope you guys got something good out of it anyways.
A lot. I know I did. And I guarantee everybody on here, because I know pretty much everybody on here loved it, Dusty. So thank you for pouring your heart into us and taking your time tonight, because I know it's 9:30 your time. So we appreciate you more than anything jumping on here with us tonight and just giving us. Thank you.
Love you, Dusty.
Yes.
Love y'all.
Love you too. Thanks, Dusty. Good night, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Love you, Dusty.
Appreciate it.
See you guys.